Why, hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV on PlayFrame, and welcome to the conclusion of Shadowbringers. Sort of. You know what I mean. The first half of it, the story content of the Shadowbringers expansion at its original release. The story continues in patches afterwards, obviously, but this is it. And I'm very excited. Great stuff ahead. Reen appears to be brooding over her choices, her faintly trembling hands betraying her mounting trepidation. Nerves running high for everyone, I think. Thancred stares quietly into the distance. He seems calm and assured, his easy stance born of confidence rather than false bravado. Urianger glances your way, his expression hesitant. You can see the struggle as he agonizes over the words he wishes to say. It's not often you have difficulty with words. Y'shtola meets your gaze with a strained smile. You seem to recall her wearing the self-same expression when speaking with Lys and Renar. Alphino is lost in thought, his eyes downcast. There is, however, no sign of the self-doubt which once assailed him at the falling snows. Alisei appears to have made her decision. Let's hear it. Do you remember that talk we had atop the tower in Mortsuk? I'm still of the same mind now as I was then. I don't abandon you, you don't abandon me, and together we make a difference in this fight. There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again and again as you tore those veils of light from the sky. If we keep taking that next step forward, there's a chance we'll find a way to save you. So no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts, you can count on me to keep on walking. Aw. I appreciate it, buddy. Falthry spoke of the disaster we would bring upon our own heads, the ceaseless conflict. Imagine how he would sneer to see what's become of the first, not to mention your perilous predicament. And yet, who can deny the fire your deeds have ignited in people's hearts? You achieved what my logic and ideals never could, uniting disparate peoples under the banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, that giant Talos would never have raised its head. I've borne witness to many such miracles at your side, and would do so again. This is but another obstacle in the road. So, come, let us travel it. Drag me through wonder and danger, as you are wont to do, and I shall endeavor not to slow you down. Boy, you've grown up a lot over these expansions. I guess you're not the next one who wants to talk. You are. As well thou knowest, if we are to usher Emet-Selch unto his rest, we must needs bind his Ascian soul, and then shatter it with overwhelming force. The former task requireth Orisight, and such have I prepared, upon the Exarch's asking, no less, though 'twas ever my intent to provide said boon. The future whence our noble friend doth hail is a world fallen to Ascian artifice, and he would not see such grim history repeated. In a sense, Emet-Selch's destruction will be the culmination of the Exarch's efforts, a reward for all he hath endured these many years. Yet, even as thou stridest into the jaws of peril, forget not but that his fondest wish, and that of many others besides, is to see thee survive unto the morrow. 'Tis in pursuit of that happiest of outcomes that I do pledge to remain at thy side. We've got some very good buddies. Our time in the First has been a never-ending succession of trials, as arduous as our path in the Source ever was. Yet through all our journeys together, through that deep and foreboding wood, you've helped me to stay true to my convictions. Thus would I return the favor. Do as your heart decrees, without hesitation or regret. And that is all I will say on the matter. Well, this has put everyone in a solemn mood, hasn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure this will be the end of it. But I suppose we should speak our minds when we have the opportunity. You taught me that much in Amaurot. So forgive me this moment of sentiment, Dermin. By dragging me into this sorry mess, you've given me the chance to think and act as I should have, for Reen's sake. Words cannot express how much this has changed my life, or how grateful I am for your support. So I shall express my gratitude through action instead. No matter where you decide to go, I'll be there, guarding your back. Thanks, buddy. When Minfilia entrusted me with her power, she warned me that no matter how strong you become, you can still fall victim to despair. You can still feel powerless. And she was right. After you collapsed on Mount Gulg, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. If I made a mistake, if I failed to bind the light within you, I was terrified you would die. Even now, you could be moments from turning, and I wouldn't know how to save you. You, Thancred, the others, you've all been there when I needed help. Minfilia surrendered her life to me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you, and I want to, I do, but I'm not good enough. She told me to follow your example, and I've tried. I've really tried. Not asking to be saved, but you have been very clearly trying, and you shouldn't hang your head. I shouldn't? Fate can be cruel, but a smile better suits a hero. We must all keep looking forward, like the heroes who never gave up hope for this world. So we've got Orchiphant words, if we wanted to borrow them. These feel more inspiring to me in this circumstance. I'm not sure who you... Actually, never mind. I think the answer might be different for all of us. No, nothing will come of brooding here and self-pity. I've made my decision, Derman. I'm going with you. Well, good. I was very much hoping so. All right. Off to the capital, then. Ooh, you seem approachable. Have you heard about these calamities the other cities are facing? Terrifying concepts, the stuff of nightmares running amok. What are the people to do? I don't know. Well, here we are. Is this a door? It is. Great. Pretty. Welcome to the capital. All visitors must present an official writ of permission before admittance will be granted. Here you go. Your documents appear to be in order. You may proceed into the capital, but any guests you may choose to bring with you must remain in your vicinity at all times. Okay, bye.
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions.
Emet-Selch.
My invitation was for an abomination, ripe with the power to bring about the world's annihilation. Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you? And I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
It is not he who is lost without the familiar. Not content with remaking an entire city, you aim to fill it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
I may have gotten a little carried away in my attention to detail, added a few unnecessary flourishes. Well, there's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of worlds is complete, Zodiac will regain his full strength and shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the Source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence. But what was it that you came here to do exactly?
We came here to stop you, or we came here for the Exarch? A bit of both. But we would definitely like the Exarch if we achieve nothing else here today.
Well, you can't have him. The wisdom that man guards may open up new worlds of possibilities. He has unlocked the secrets of travel across the rift, and through time as well, it would seem. Quite an accomplishment for one of his incomplete nature. I must explore the limits of his capabilities, and harness that power for the Ardor. Even now, after everything, you refuse to see reason. You think it unfair that you are subject to suffering? That your lives will be sacrificed for the Ancients? Look at me! I have lived 1,000 of your lives. I have broken bread with you. Fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting. Too weak and feeble-minded to serve as stewards of any star. Have your recent spats with Vorthri and his Sin Eaters taught you nothing? Have you not learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery? How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference? Let us imagine that the laws of reality are again undone and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other? Of course they wouldn't! And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion. You cannot be entrusted with our legacy. I will bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us and us alone.
Emet-Selch! We understand, truly, but it makes no difference. The ones you love are in the past, while ours are here in the present. One day, we too will be ashes and dust, but not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
You think us the same? You think your tattered soul of equal worth to those I lost? Then come. Earn your place. Prove yourselves worthy to inherit this star. Behold the coming oblivion. 'Twas the end of our era and the beginning of our great work. A fitting backdrop for your final judgment.
I shall wait within, but do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
And now we reach the last dungeon of the Shadowbringers main campaign. And another front runner for one of the best ones in all of Shadowbringers, frankly. It's a very good one. So, let me get us all set up, and we'll prep to go in. Amaurot. To the depths of the Tempest, to the ocean floor itself, you have come to rescue the Crystal Exarch from the phantom city of Amaurot. But barring your way is the architect of this ethereal construct, Emet-Selch, the Ascian who would lead the first unto destruction. The light within you strains at its corporeal confines, threatening to break free at any moment. Time does not favor the warrior of darkness. You must brave the final days of Amaurot and confront Emet-Selch in the very midst of this recreated calamity. It's going to be a heck of a thing, and I think that these are the three that it sort of set up for me by default, going in as a tank, and honestly it feels like a good trio to be bringing in. I think we will stick with it. Let's get ourselves in there. Commence. And here we are.
Welcome to the final days of Amaurot.
It's going to be a lot of talking in this one, which is good. And I won't even have to voice all of it. You guys ready? Come on. So this was their calamity. The end times have come. What'll become of us? Look out. Gracious.
The fabric of our star began to fray, and the unchecked energies of creation begat malformed beasts.
Oh, like these. Get it. Come on, gang, help me out. Boy, I love the music in this dungeon. Really amazing rearrangement of the theme we've been hearing outside. One to go. There we are. Yipes. Come on, gang. Watch out for falling things. Leaving naught in their wake but blood and ash. Come here. There we go. Forward. More of them. Don't really care for that one targeting my buddies and ignoring my good tanking. Rude. And down. There we go.
Just as prayer gives rise to primals, our dread made manifest our deepest fears.
Looks like we got boss number 1. Here we go. Watch your step. Where are the falling flames? The first beast. Scary. Come on, buds. Let's do it. The first beast was striking in its unsightliness. You're not wrong. As if to scour away all life, it called down a cataclysmic deluge. All right, so that's a move that is going to affect everyone but the tank, and they got to spread it out because it's going to drop proximity markers, and then the center is going to kind of be the least damaging. But now the boss is calling down the final sky, for which we need to hide behind some rocks. Because otherwise it'll hurt very much. And then the buildings around start to collapse. So you gotta stand way back here to be safe. Here it comes. Nah. It's a very cool boss mechanic. Pulling out all the stops. Nope. Keep taking cover, gang. Don't like that as much. Cover! Okay. Then the building. Yipes. We're okay.
Let's give them a show!
There we go. Yet even its defeat did not halt the march of oblivion. And that was but the first doom they faced. Indeed, more dungeon to go. It would not, however, prove the last. Pressing on, then. Yipes. The buildings are coming down. Oh yeah, I see it. There we go.
The land buckled. The cities burned. The waters ran red with blood.
To die by fire or by fang. Keep moving, folks. Yipes, that's big. You, ugly things, come here. And there we go. Yipes. We're fine. I think we're coming up on another boss fight here. Yeah. Creepy thing. Terminus Bellwether. Is this another of these dooms, then? Thus did the second doom break us. So this boss is a kind of unique thing, in that it doesn't really have much in the way of mechanics. You mostly wail on it for a little while, and then the beast bellows and gives birth to terror. A terror which, in turn, gives birth to new beasts. The boss is basically a giant ad phase thing, where the boss just bails and throws a lot of ads at you.
Leave the healing to me.
With lots of their own little AoEs. Not especially hard,
Away with you!
just lots to stay on top of. Its gaze turns skyward, and fiery rain falls from the heavens. It's a lot of ads, like I said. Including some of those going directly for some party members, whether I gave them permission to or not. Yeah, and lots of AoE. Okay, lots of AoE. It's quite enough. Thank you. You okay? Nope. Once the fear has taken root, it cannot be expunged. It's a lot of ads, like I said. Like a lot of them. Especially considering your AI trust companions are not especially good at targeting enemies with AoE. And then, once you take down the last of those, boss comes back. As if feeding upon the horror, the beast bloats, and then shivers, then ruptures. So this is basically the boss's one-move mechanic, just charges up burst. So you have to burn down its health bar as quick as you can before it has a chance to use that. And that's it. It's not that hard to do, but you do definitely want to succeed at it. Come on, gang. There we go.
Yet this is far from the worst of it. Come, and I will show you.
These battles test the boundaries of our stamina. Well, we're not done. Because now there's this.
Just a little further. And you will see the end of a world.
Which is a heck of a sight. Yet it was neither claw nor flame, but our very sins. Master Matoya, if only you could see this. She probably would find this fascinating. Not my top concern at the moment, I confess, Y'shtola. I'm a little more worried about the very big thing back there, which is taking pot shots at us as we fight. Like this. Don't love it. One more. Come on. Nope. Thank you. I'm good. Chill, please. Another round of them. Almost there.
The star was fading. We saw we had to weave its laws anew.
In the home stretch, stacked to the heavens where they took root, corrupting its halls. And there we go.
But between us and our goal loomed a final misbegotten fiend.
And here we go. Final boss time. Chthonic Riddle. Therian. What a heck of a set piece this dungeon is. Thus did the third doom undo us. Y'all ready? The final doom. The largest was saved for last, it seems. Let's go, gang! So it's a pretty unique arena for this boss, as you can see. From the depths of despair, the last harbinger arose. Kind of a narrow lane rather than a big circle. And the boss is going to keep pushing us further and further down this little lane as we go. It's charging up a very big beam. We need to stand on these little outer edges so we don't take the full brunt of that. That's step one. Then back into the center, and we retreat a little ways from that proximity marker, because the boss is about to charge forward and push us further down the lane, as I mentioned.
Leave the healing to me.
Its voice was fulgent destruction, and none could stand in its path. So yes, there's also that move which brings the heads on either side of the this little lane, which will take turns firing beams at us, which we need to be ready to dodge. But yes, we need to be doing pretty steady damage as we go in order to make sure we beat this boss before it pushes us to the end of this platform, which is not too hard to do these days, but it is a little bit of a damage check to make sure you've got the damage output you need to win. Oh, okay. Big beam again. Now you notice how that little platform there had some big bright pink cracks on it, and then when that beam fired, the little platform fell away. We're also losing those little side edge platforms as we go. And if we're standing on one of them as they fall away, then obviously we fall and that's a death. So, there's a pretty hard time limit on how long you can survive in this fight. Gotta just kill it first. Oh, we got heads. Oh, okay. Those firing first. And then let's stand here in between the other row of heads, so we don't take that damage. Alright, charging up again. Don't stand on that one over there. Stand on one of these others. The one they chose is probably better. I could have still been reaching him and hitting him if I was over there, but that's fine. Only got one safe platform left to stand on, if that move happens again. Beam. It's alright, we're doing fine. Without decisive sacrifice, our star would surely perish.
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater!
LSA, please finish it. Thank you. And that is the dungeon. And what a good one. Whew. Gorgeous, I love it. Let's get rid of some stuff here. Okay. Any thoughts? Anyone? Where is Emet-Selch? That's a good question. This is it. The first and final end. The unwinding of life itself. Not for despair, nor fate itself. We shall not falter. You said it. Let's grab this thing and press on. And also, hang on. Where's my... Yes. Don't need to be tanked up anymore. We're good. Okay. On we go.
Well, well, you prevailed. Nevertheless...
Your performance was underwhelming, and I remain unconvinced of your worthiness. Oh, you tower over your misbegotten ilk, no doubt. But should I bring my full strength to bear, well, you would be as leaves in the wind. The gulf between us is a reflection of the disparity between the world as it was and what it has become.
Our worlds may not live up to your lofty standards, but they are our worlds, our homes, full of life and love and hope. And we won't stand by and let you destroy them!
Alizé!
You are a mistake. For we who have known perfection, the shattered source and these shards are ghastly mockeries of the true world. The ephemeral lives you exalt are pale imitations, utterly devoid of meaning.
Belittle us all you like, but we will rise again and again, and give the lie to your insults through word and deed. We define our worth, not the circumstances of our creation.
More prattle. Fool, who are you?
No one, nothing. Once I have reclaimed my heritage, my first act will be to expunge your stain from history's weave. My world will have no need for heroes. Still fighting the good fight.
It is true that all we hold dear is fated to fade away, but that is no reason for us to forsake it.
To take what steps we may, and thus mark the road for those who would follow. To strive for the best of all futures. Be this not also thy purpose?
Do not presume to speak of my future. And you? Why waste your final moments in futile defiance? Weary wanderer, you've no fight left to fight, no life left to live.
Not doing super great, I admit.
You see, the light will not be denied. Surrender to your fate, and let the transformation take you. Rise up in madness and fury. Devour the vermin infesting the land which is rightfully ours. Now, Reed! Now!
Fight it. You have to hold on.
If you had the strength to take another step, could you do it? Could you save our worlds?
You know I could. Or what, all by myself? I do seem to operate better with backup.
Take it. We fight as one. This world is not yours to end. This is our future. Our story. No, it can't be. That trick of the light. You are a broken husk, nothing more. How can you hope to stand against me alone?
We stand together!
How... I'm surprised you can stand at all.
I could not well leave matters half-finished. Let expanse contract, Eon become instant. Champions from beyond the rift, heed my call!
Damn you all!
I challenge you, Emet-Selch, or it ends this day. One way or another, it ends. Both pretty good battle words to go with. Let's go with this one, though.
Very well. Let us proceed to your final judgment. The victor shall write the tale, and the vanquished become its villain. But come, let us cast aside titles and pretense, and reveal our true faces to one another. Hades, he who shall awaken our brethren from their dark slumber.
And now for the last boss fight, which is going to be a doozy of a thing. So I'll be needing to pull in some help and assistance for this one. All the more so because we're going to be doing this a little bit harder, but for good reasons. So to briefly explain, here we'll park. That's not parking. That's kind of the opposite of parking if you think about it. There we go. So what we're going to be doing here is running this fight at minimum eye level, which basically means we are running it at the lowest possible gearing rating that this fight allows. The reason we're doing that is because we've been going into a lot of these fights with equipment from later expansions. Even though the game does scale down our level for these boss fights to bring us down to kind of like the proper level for the fight, because our gear is from later in the game, it is stronger than what someone of our level would normally have, which still gives us a pretty big stats edge in a lot of these fights. Unfortunately, for a fight like this that has a lot of kind of if not story moments, like dialogue and mechanics and cool set pieces and things like that, which can easily be skipped if you do too much damage to the boss too fast, we've decided that in the interest of making sure that this fight shows everything that it should, we're going to go in there and fight it at minimum item level, meaning this is going to be as hard as it should be, honestly, as hard as it probably could be, without going into like extra high difficulty variants of the fight that add more mechanics and stuff like that. So this will be a little bit more challenging than these tend to be. I have confidence though. We got a good gang pulled together. Let me go ahead and gather them real quick. Okay, the gang is assembled, and I'm very excited to go in for this one. So, without further ado, The Dying Gasp. By Emet-Selch's own words, you are no one, nothing. Your life a ghastly mockery of past perfection, utterly devoid of meaning. Yet, despite his endless refutations of your worth, mankind has dreamed and struggled and survived. Even now, you fight to preserve your future and spare 2 worlds from unimaginable destruction. The moment has come to make your stand, to call upon every last reserve of strength. Fight for those who shared your journey, and for those you met along the way. Fight for those who awaited your coming across the boundaries of time and space. From distant stars yet undimmed, you are joined by 7 summoned champions, for only together can you hope to prevail against the staggering might of this ancient Ascian, the immortal and implacable Hades, who is going to be putting up even more of a fight than usual. Very excited to see how we do. Let's get ourselves in there, set up for minimum. Yep, all right. This will be interesting. We go.
Show me your vaunted strength, and I shall expose the lie of your fragmented existence.
You're much more intimidating this way. I think I just realized the cosplay thing that's happening here. Ah, you lot are great. Amazing. Okay, this merits introductions then. Hang on. All right, so thank you very much to this group for assembling, by the way. Tanking for us today will be me, ostensibly. I'll mostly just be here cheering everyone on and holding the camera. Eos will actually be tanking, though, dressed as Cloud Strife. Love it. Healers today will be Mikkel and Korga. I'm seeing what looks like a Sora to me. And wait. Oh, I should know this one. Oh, that's going to bother me. Comments, you can tell who this is. It'll click with me but later, I'm sure, but I'll get it. We got, as damage dealers, we've got Gigi as Zidane, we've got Jess as Lightning, we've got Chaotic Carry as Yuna, and we've got Kirk Tyrillian as... I want to say Garnet for you, but I feel like I might be wrong. Apologies if I'm wrong. Correct me later in comments. What an amazing bunch of cosplay y'all pulled together. Really incredible. Just fantastic. Okay, all right. I think the crew is ready. And I am very excited. Let's do this thing. You are destined for naught else than oblivion. So I'm going to be trying to call out mechanics as best I can. I definitely prepared in advance this time, by necessity.
Darkness reigns.
So, for this one, do not stand in front of the walls that have the points.
Flee, fool.
He's casting double, which Final Fantasy VIII fans might recognize. Alright, need to space these out, but because he casts double, it's actually going to fire off 2 little danger puddle things that we want to have spread out. Now for Broken Faith. Okay, this one's extra tricky. We've got these little puddles here, and some little blue rings are going to start falling and causing a big AoE around the area. Much bigger than the little blue circles that are falling. You see the little rings on the floor? In the floor texture pattern? That's the giveaway, as always. I love that they do that.
Scurry and shatter.
Gonna turn on tank stance now, because I think we're gonna have some ads in a little bit that I should assist with. Got a tank buster there, which I'm sure Cloud will manage just fine. Okay, yep. Stand away from the points. Spread that out.
By darkness we purge. Flee, fools!
Casting double again, I see.
You are unworthy!
We would be well through this fight already if we weren't at minimum item level.
The arcane is mine to command!
It really keeps your damage output in check. Okay, we got this one again. This is easily the trickiest mechanic to figure out how to dodge for newcomers.
Flee, fools! Scurry and scatter!
We're all doing all right. Our 2 healers are down though, which is less ideal. Not sure if one of our damage dealers has a raise. Maybe the blue mage? We'll find out. The nice thing is though, this is a multi-phase fight, and if you get to the next phase, then the game remembers that progress. So if we wipe past that point, we will get to resume partway through. Which I appreciate. Yep. Move. Move again. Give voice to your anguish, my brethren. Okay, now we got the ads. I'm helping. And with these also. Take them all out. Burn them down quick. Quickly. There we go. Oop, okay. Everyone stack up except for those of us with these. We're okay. Oh, there's more ads. I didn't know there were multiple waves. We're okay. Yeah. Okay, stack up this time. Boy, that's a lot more ads than I remember. Come on. Everyone gather up. Let's go. Considering our healers have been down for a bit, I'm pretty impressed with us. The rest of us for staying alive. Yawn wide the ever-hungering void. Devour the light and return all to darkness. Impressive resilience, but it matters little. I have all eternity to break your stubborn wills. New phase time. Unburden your sleeping souls, my brethren. Oh. I shall bear every hope, every dream, every prayer.
The future of the stars are shaped by mine.
Phase 2. And hey, we got one of our healers up. That's exciting.
Raised up by the prayers of my fallen brethren. Behold, a sorcerer of El, tremble before my glory.
Here we go. And some amazing music too. Out of control spectacle. Let's do some damage. We're back on our feet. All right, big beam through the center. I was a little slow on that one, that's fine. Okay. Withstand it. I'm okay. Barely, hurting a little, but otherwise fine. Okay, big arm sweep incoming. Hide behind the arm. Or else it hurts very bad.
I am bound by cosmic law.
I think we need to stand in the center for this. Yep. Otherwise it hoit. Ow. Before too long, yep, it's going to target the 2 tanks, and we need to carry this out to a corner because it's going to be a very big cone AoE that it gets aimed at each of us. And if we don't position accordingly, it may just fill the entire arena. Oh, one of us down, that's fine. We're fine. Yep, carry that away. Little stunned, that's fine. Yeah. I've been caught in this ethereal jail, and they have to break us out. I don't know how it selects who gets caught in the jail. I think it's a couple people at random. We're doing all right, though. We've seen a lot of the nastiest stuff. Just gotta keep enduring.
This place will be your tomb.
Okay, yeah, here's a new one. Someone needs to be standing in each of these. Oh. Forgot about this one. Stand somewhere where you're not going to get knocked off of the platform. Oh, wait, that one's going to blast down the center. Move! We're doing okay. Ow. Yep. Take those to the corners, take those to the corners. Okay. Uh-oh. Didn't see the arm. Didn't see the arm. Yep, I deserve that one. Got distracted. Okay, tank up. Hope to survive. All right. Oop. Other tank got knocked out. I will tank in the meantime. Or try. Tank is back up. I'm going to stop tanking now. Yee. Yeah, don't carry that into the group with everyone. Much to pay attention to. I've been put in timeout again. We are enduring. And I'm proud of everyone here. Y'all are doing great.
Proud despair.
Uh-oh. Next phase.
My dormant breath, dream now, will thou die tomorrow. By gathered might must reclaim these vain reflections. In Zodiac's name, I beseech you!
The light within her champions grows faint. Okay, need to spam buttons to live. Spam buttons, it's very easy to do, but important.
Has the walls like one free? No. Damn you! Damn your wretched blessing!
All right. We are now in the last phase. I will extinguish the spark of your miserable lives. This is the point where we basically just need to do as much damage as we possibly can, as quick as we can.
The world and every life upon it!
Because he's doing a lot of damage very quickly and also shrinking the arena little bit by little bit. The darkness is closing in on us.
Our tragedy must never again come to pass!
Fastest damage we can manage. Oh boy.
Death comes from her servants. I shall rebuild our kingdoms upon your bone.
Beautiful. Well done.
You have no power over me.
Beautifully done, team. Oh, y'all made that look great. Well done. I applaud you all. That was fantastic. Definitely more challenging than a lot of these that we usually do because of the minimum eye level thing, but y'all did fantastically and looked great doing it. I loved the whole cosplay theme y'all pulled together. What a good bunch of people to play this video game with. But all right, let's go see how this ends. Let's go.
I shall end this fight. What will become of it all? What will become of our dreams? Our desire?
Infernal strength!
Now! Strike with all thy might!
Remember. Remember us. Remember that we once lived.
It's over. Emet-Selch is no more.
More importantly, how do you fare?
What dost thou see?
His ether. It is as it used to be. As a disciple of Zodiac, the Ascian was the darkness to your light. I can but assume that when you set your strength against his, the light within you was spent.
No, it's more than that. Under the strain of that incredible flood of ether, your soul had begun to break apart. Yet now it seems somehow restored. I tried to help you before the battle, but Emet-Selch stopped me. So, how did you... exactly what did you... Can you tell us what happened?
I had help from a hero of this world, or I'll explain it all another time. I don't know, I've gotten very good at summarizing. I'm sure I can make this quick.
I see.
Where to start? I believe I owe you all an apology. And you, most especially.
Let's get out of here first. I'm tired. We'll leave the lecture for later. 'Tis good to see you awake, Grahatia. We probably should get out of here, but this is worth saying.
Well, 'tis good to be awake.
So those mad souls dove straight into the ocean over there, did they?
All I could see from here was the whale, Master Chai.
'Twas surely Alphino and those friends of his. They did something heroic, mark my words. You need only look up there for proof of that.
As you say, my love. They're sure to be back. Any moment now. Any moment.
They are coming back, aren't they? I couldn't bear the thought of...
There, dear. Everything will be all right.
There, look! Over there, over at the beach!
Ho there! Greetings!
You all right?
Welcome back!
I didn't think we'd be swimming the whole way back. Heavens. Heavens. Take me.
Alphino! Oh, hells.
Our poor boy.
Wait! Where's Urianger?
He must have fallen behind.
But shouldn't we look for him?
He'll wash up, sooner or later.
For the love of... Alphino!
Welcome back, dear ones!
Hello.
And thus did salvation come to the first. The lamps of Amaurot will fade along with Emet-Selch's enchantments, and the depths shall be as once they were. Mount Gulg will one day fall, and the Talos below yield to wind and rain. This tale, too, will fade with time, passing into legend as the world heals and moves on. Nevertheless, As ether obeys the cycle, as death and decay gives way to new life. So too do the memories we share inspire others to rise to greatness. For we who walk before may lead those who walk after. Your road goes ever on, as does your story, as does your legacy. Such is the hero's lot, to touch the lives of countless others.
Excuse me? You're the Warrior of Darkness, aren't you? Where are you from, really? And how did you get to be so strong?
And there it is. That is Shadowbringers. I very much hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you can now see why I love this so much, and also why I felt compelled to get this whole ridiculous long playthrough started upon seeing the stuff that they were doing here by this point in this expansion. Like, I've said similar things over the course of these years playing this on this channel, but in playing this MMO through, I kind of had just this increasing escalation in my just appreciation for what it was doing on a story level, as everyone who plays it tends to do. Just kind of going from, yeah, this is all right, I guess, not all that interesting story-wise, to progressively it starts getting more interesting story-wise, and you start thinking, like, this is actually a pretty solid Final Fantasy game, or like a solid Final Fantasy MMO anyway. And then as you keep going, it's like, no, this is just pretty solid for a Final Fantasy game, period. This is like as good as a lot of the other really good Final Fantasy stories. By the time I got to here, I felt pretty certain in saying, I think this is the best Final Fantasy story, actually. Certainly Shadowbringers is, if nothing else. And this game does have some unfair advantages there in that this is a long-form story in the way that other Final Fantasies can't be. So we've had lots more time with these characters and in this world, and that like allows them to do a whole lot. It allows them to build up a great deal of investment and a great deal more world detail and world building and nuance that it's just hard to squeeze into a single Final Fantasy game experience. Some of them still do a phenomenal job of it, despite that difference. But I think it's not just that. There are other Final Fantasies that have had more than the span of a single game to weave a story, and they have not nailed it like this. Final Fantasy XIII had 3 games, and it, like, not really a one of them managed to deliver on a story front in the way that this does. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is achieving a lot of very, very good story things. Obviously, there's a 3rd game to come with that still, but I think that the storytelling chops here in this MMO are still demonstrably stronger. just on a fundamental level. I think that they are doing fantastic work here. Like, not without little stumbles or flaws or things that can be nitpicked or things that could be better, but on the whole, they are really doing a fantastic job in delivering a long-form Final Fantasy story. I feel like Shadowbringers is, if not better than any single-player Final Fantasy story, it's up there in that, like, in that pantheon, and that really is saying something. I am super impressed with what they're doing narratively here. And we're not even done with some of the best stuff Shadowbringers has. We've got the patches to follow, and all those patch stories, and goodness, some of the stuff in the patch stories is as good as some of the best we're seeing here. There's still a lot to look forward to. And then there is Endwalker, the next expansion, which, while I don't think it is as consistently strong as this one, the highs in Endwalker are as good as any of the highs in Shadowbringers easily. There is still so much to look forward to. And I'm very excited to get to it. I hope you're still enjoying it. If you're watching to this point, I assume you must enjoy it, because I can't imagine why. Why you're sitting through these hundreds of hours otherwise. Again, most of the people watching this are people who already like 14, many of whom already play 14 and are just enjoying the trek back through the story. And that's fine too. Glad y'all are enjoying it as well. But I know there are a handful of you, at least, out there who have not played this before, who are experiencing this for the first time through this playthrough. And I'm glad you made it this far. I hope by this point you are feeling like this journey has absolutely been worth the time investment. I promised up front in the very first episode of this that it was going to be a long haul, but I was going to try to make this entertaining, and I promised this game goes places. And as you've seen, it certainly does. And I hope those places have been worth the effort on your part, just keeping up with all this for literal years at this point. We're not even done. And the game's not even done either. By this point, an expansion has come out. Another one. Dawn Trail. Probably came out a couple weeks ago, actually. I haven't run the math in my head yet. But it's definitely out by now. And with that expansion release, actually, the game has also had a pretty major graphical upgrade. That's part of why I wanted to rush to make sure I finished recording the rest of Shadowbringers base game as quick as I was able to before that expansion dropped. Because not only are the servers probably going to get pretty hammered by new expansion release traffic, but also there's going to be a graphics upgrade kind of across the whole game. And just for visual consistency, I wanted to at least get through Shadowbringers base game. Once we get to the patches of Shadowbringers, from here on, it's going to be a visually upgraded version of the game. Not like wildly overhauled. It's not going to be looking like a PS5 AAA release or anything, but better lighting, better shading, better vegetation, better graphic, just improved graphics kind of overall. I'm excited to see it. That said, it is probably going to be a while before this series comes back. We're going to have to go on hiatus for quite a time, and for a couple of reasons. The first one being, if you've watched up to this point and you remember the kind of halfway point of the Stormblood stretch, you know that recording the patch content for that required a lot of time investment, and I needed quite a few months to get all of that stuff recorded in collaboration with dozens of people from the Dentalis Theater Company in order to record all of those raids and that Eureka stuff and the Doman reconstruction, all those things. Shadowbringers has its share of similar things, which will require as much time to record. And so I'm going to need some time once Dawn Trail has come out and once the servers aren't getting obliterated with traffic. I'm going to need some time to coordinate with folks and record all of that stuff far enough ahead that I can maintain a few episodes coming out a week once I do start airing more of Shadowbringer stuff. But also it might take a little bit longer because just my schedule is a little harder to plan right now. I've been affected by the a lot of folks probably know this already, but I've been affected by the game industry layoff waves that have been happening over the last couple of years. But I don't yet know for sure like what the next several months will hold for me in terms of like if I'll have to move. There's a bit of uncertainty in terms of like what the coming months for me will look like. And so it's kind of hard to plan big, extended group recording and play events. We'll figure out how to manage all that. But all that to say, the series is going to have to go on hiatus for a while. Probably will be several months away, at least. But I do promise I am still working on it. It is not going away forever. It will be back, because we're in the thick of the great stuff now. And there's a lot to look forward to, including a few things similar to Eureka that I've never seen or done before. If you have gotten this far, though, and you've not got, like, dipped a toe into this MMO yourself, I do recommend giving it a shot. Like, if you're the person who just hates MMOs or doesn't play MMOs intentionally just because you don't want to, like, get sucked in and just, I understand completely. And that's totally okay. But if the game has looked like it might be kind of fun to you, or if you're really digging the story and if you're curious, not to do the meme thing, but the game does have a free trial that includes literally everything up to Shadowbringers. Wait, it doesn't include Shadowbringers. It might include Shadowbringers by now. I'm not sure. It depends on when you're watching this. At the very least, it includes literally everything up through Stormblood. All the stuff that I did up before literally this season of this series, Shadowbringers, is in the free trial if you just want to give it a whirl. And it's a pretty fun game, so I do highly recommend. And if you're watching this further in the future, then Shadowbringers is almost definitely in that free trial as well. It's kind of bonkers. But it's a fun game. By this point, I am certainly enjoying the new expansion. Carrie and I probably playing through, watching it all together. Excited to see where they go from here with this story, because Endwalker kind of represents the end of this larger arc that we've been playing through, up through here, and Dawn Trail will kind of be the start of a whole new thing. Much to look forward to. If you want to join in, by the way, when I start recording the post Shadowbringers stuff that's in the patches with the raids and Eureka equivalents and all that, recording all that stuff is a pretty extensively planned and coordinated effort with lots of folks. And if you want to get involved in that, all of that coordination and planning and like signing up to take part in specific raids or dungeons or whatever, that happens over in the PlayFrame fan community Discord. I should have a link to it down in the description. I usually remember to have that for all these episodes. And if you've not joined that already and you're wanting to take part in that stuff, or just play this game along with the rest of these Dentalis Theater Company people who I'm always grouping up with, because it's a great group and they're very fun to play with. Great bunch. Yeah, then go join that Discord. That's where we do all of the planning. And that's how you can sign up to take part in this large group content that I still need to be recording the story for. Some very fun ones ahead. Some of it I'm intimidated by, but it'll all be fun. But anyway, I should do the full spiel here. I can't imagine you're watching this and not subscribed to the channel yet. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but if you aren't yet, please consider doing so, because in addition to this playthrough, we've got a lot of other ones. At least one video per day coming out. We've played a ton of other games. You can check the playlist tab on our channel page to see a full list of all of them that we've played over the last 6, 7, how many years is it now? It's at least 6. Yeah, I think it's like 6 and counting. We played a lot of games, and we're gonna play a lot more. So subscribe if you want to be keeping up with what we are keeping up with what we are playing and releasing. We also have a Patreon if you want to support us there. And I really do appreciate all the people who have gone and supported us on our Patreon specifically to support the creation of this series, because I know there's quite a few of you. And I very much do appreciate that. This series definitely it's definitely one of the most time-consuming. It's the most time-consuming of the PlayFrame series that we do. It's definitely the most time-consuming for me, I should say. But I've enjoyed doing it immensely, and even though like we may not get the most traffic on this particular series compared to a lot of our other playthroughs, I'm very happy seeing so many of you enjoy the playthrough, and I'm very grateful that a lot of you are supporting us on Patreon to support the ongoing creation of this, to express your support for that. And I I appreciate that a great deal. Y'all support has helped us to make these videos a lot better. It's allowed us to invest more time in it, to invest in better equipment, so that things can look and sound as good as possible. It's also, I mean, I mentioned being between jobs before. It's made it a lot easier for us to live on the income we can get from doing side stuff on YouTube in between jobs, which I'm very, very grateful for. It's been very fun being able to commit my time to this instead, like full-time for a while. I'd love to do that long-term eventually. But if that's ever possible, it's only going to be because of y'all's support, and I really, really, really do appreciate it. Even if you just support us for $1 a month, it means a lot. But if you can't support us financially, that is also okay. I'm still so grateful that you show up and like watch these things and like chat in the comments and chat in the Discord and all that. Like, it means a great deal to me seeing how much y'all enjoy this playthrough. That's what motivates me to do it. I think that's about it. I appreciate y'all very much. Thank you very much for watching all this. I suppose we're not done though. I suppose I should go ahead and skip through the credits here so that we can see the last little bit of story that remains. And here we are. Hey gang. So, did we survive our swim? The ending to this tale hath been a joyous one indeed. Myriad were the lessons learned, yet there is one of particular import. 'Tis imperative that I master magics to grant my feet purchase upon the water, or else allow me to part the sea at will. I must needs visit Bismarck in due course and scrub his teeth in thanks. Mayhap the airy arts of a fairy whale might be imparted to mortal men. We shall see. We shall see. I can see where your priorities are at this immediate point in time, and I understand. People came from malms around to join the festivities, but most seem to have stumbled home by now. Even so, I dare say, Norvrent will echo to the sound of clinking mugs for some while yet. I thought to indulge in a little revelry myself last night, until Oriange began to list all the names of my drunken conquests. I ended up drinking water. Water. I see. Oh, Dermot, are you well? No ill after effects? To my eyes, you seem completely healed. It really is a miracle. Speaking of happy surprises, I was amazed to see the crowd that greeted our return. I hadn't realized just how many people we'd met along the way. And did you see their smiles? Right then and there, I vowed to do whatever I could to keep that joy from fading. Ah, you're a sweetheart. I knew the Knights Blessed were amongst the revelers, aye, but the Crystarium was so crowded I thought it safe to speak my true name. Poor Runar and his ilk were gripped with panic. As you may recall, 'tis customary not to reveal one's true name outside of family and ceremony. Yet when I hurried to explain that all present were like family, I was greeted with an outpouring of tears. An emotional people, the Blessed. So cute. It would seem I don't know my own limits. I'd thought to push on till dawn, but my body had other plans. Still, I did enjoy the carousing while it lasted. Even I need to forget my cares every now and then. What I don't need is to wake up to Alphino smirking at my bedside. He said my face was a rare sight while I slept. Gods, I hope I wasn't drooling. Alphino, don't tease your sister. It would seem the city celebrated long into the night. Not that I would know. As embarrassing as it is to admit, I woke to find myself in the infirmary, having apparently collapsed from exhaustion. My aching pride was somewhat soothed by the sight of Alice asleep in the bed next to mine. She must have been just as weary. Long has it been since I've seen her face so peaceful in repose. 'Twas a rare, tranquil morning, made unforgettable by the sight of those clear blue skies. Now, y'all have been seeing these other skies for a much longer time than I have. It's got to be some relief.
By your deeds has the blinding light been banished from these skies, and the Sin Eaters driven to retreat. Although our many hurts will be years in the mending, I have faith that this world and her people will one day be whole once more. With no rejoining in prospect, the Source need no longer fear the coming of an 8th umbral calamity.
And with that triumph, the future from which you came will no longer come to pass. Yet here you still stand.
So I do. I wonder if that other age continues onward somehow, cut adrift from time's flow. Or have I simply etched myself a place upon this new block of history? Either way, this is an unexpected development. As the summoner of your souls, my death was meant to release you back to your world. Yet I am very much alive, and you are still stuck here in the First.
I believe I speak for us all when I say that we are happy to postpone our return if it means your life is spared. We will seek out another way.
Besides, I never had any intention of rushing home. There are people here I still need to thank, and this means I might actually have time to do so.
Yet we dare not neglect our comrades in the Source. Mistress Tataru, to name but one, will be most anxious to know how things stand with us.
Boy, that's true.
So, you'll just have to make the journey alone for the moment. Be sure and give a full report to our fellow sires, would you? Oh, and we'd also appreciate any news you can bring us from back home.
Can do.
Then I see no reason to delay. I can open the path from here.
I imagine we each have matters demanding our attention, so let this be a farewell for us all. Send word when you've resummoned our friend. Oh, and do try to ensure he arrives within the city next time.
Of course! I shall strive for utmost accuracy. No strange forests or unplanned passengers, I promise.
I'm a little relieved, to be honest. I would have been terribly lonely if everyone had suddenly disappeared. But I understand that you have to go. Safe journey, warrior of darkness. I hope to see you again soon.
Don't you worry, I'll be back. Lots to do here.
Just a moment while I attune the portal. Then you can be on your way. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short. And then one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me in the flesh. A hero who looked at the horizon and beyond and saw I knew not what. All I knew was that I would give anything to stand at that hero's side. Would that it was so easy. The glory of the heavens was ever beyond the grasp of those who never thought to reach for it. But if I have gained anything from all of this, it is the courage to stretch out my hand. Do you hear me, Grahatia? This is no time for sleeping.
Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace in the Source.
To the west gate. I want to know what's happening there.
Same as the others. Struck down with a single blow. An unfortunate day to draw guard duty. Forgive me. These were your people.
We took advantage of this slaughter to slip into the palace. 'Tis not for me to grieve them. That was the Emperor! Wait! Oh! Your Radiance!
Gaius! You've missed your part in this, I'm afraid.
Identify yourself, demon!
You were hoping for the Ascian? The Craven shed this skin and fled, rather than face me. A pity. I was looking forward to crossing blades with myself. But I cannot deny the feeling of satisfaction. Body and soul reunited at last.
What now? The game continues, but the pieces have changed.
Only if we trust in a paragon's words. A mistake I do not intend to repeat. Gaius!
He speaks the truth. Elidibus is gone. Tore a hole into the rift. Xenos, my foolish, greedy son. Was a second life not enough? Was the Empire too rich a prize to ignore? True freedom for our nation, our people, will never be won by a spoiled princeling. The burden of this throne is beyond you.
'Tis you, Father, who have struggled with this burden. Simply holding the Empire together has occupied your limited faculties. But you may take comfort in knowing that I have no intention of pursuing your tedious agenda. Nor am I interested in ruling over the Empire's lands. I came only to remove that which ruins my sport. I will not have my prey stolen by your petty wars and cowardly weapons.
You would kill me just for that.
I need no other reason. Any and all who interfere with my hunt will not do so twice! I heard the Ascians speak of Zodiac and Eidolon. Even the will of this star is but a construct of our own making. We shall gorge upon their strength, and then, my friend, our contest shall begin anew.
Xenos!
Well, that will take care of itself. Hey. I'm back. What'd I miss? Oh, you've returned. Was there a lull in the fighting over there, or...? A little bit. I've been keeping that device you uncovered safe and sound. Did you need to use it again? Well, no, not yet. I've got errands. I've got a Tataru to report to. She's probably fretting out of her mind at this point. Tataru! I'm back! Boy, we haven't been here in a while. Ah. Good old Rising Stones. I've missed it. Hi, everyone. Hello, I'm back. Tataru. How's it going? How are you? Hello. But, Derman, is it really you? But how? When? We didn't think you'd be back for ages. Time moves in mysterious ways. Would you rather I went again? Oh, don't be daft. I just can't believe you're actually back. We heard the good news from your pixie friend, but nothing compares to seeing you in the flesh. Oh, right. Feaul was helping us out with reports. Thank goodness. As for the situation on this side, the Imperials are still eyeing our forces from afar. From what I'm told, the Garlean armies have been slow to react and seem reluctant to commit to any large-scale engagements. It's an odd sort of stalemate. Otherwise, we've yet to see any sign of that awful Black Rose weapon we were warned about. Oh, but I suppose we did call in on an old friend to help out on that count. Kryl and I had a terrible time tracking him down, though it'll be worth it to see the look on your face when you find out who it is. Anyway, I was just about to make contact with this helper of ours, and then confirm the latest news from the front. Might you fancy having a rest while I do? Ah, the Warrior of Light, back where he belongs, just as if nothing had happened. Though you do seem different somehow. You'll have to tell me all about your adventures when we next have a spare moment. Until then, welcome back. Feels good to be back. Thank you. Oblivion has claimed him. Emet-Selch, gone. La Habrea, gone. I alone remain, the last of the unbroken. Once more I am moved to reevaluate the potential of these tattered souls. Ah, Xenos. Never did I dream you could overpower me so completely, possessed as I was of your body and all its uncanny strength. And now that I have shared with you the truth of this world and its reflections, who can predict how events will unfold? Not I. Emissary. What a poor jest that title has become. The flow of history has become muddied, its currents wild beyond my capacity to direct them. You have wrested the advantage, Hydaelyn. The thieving hands of your disciples tightened their grip on our star. The origins of the world remain hidden, and its inhabitants ignorant of their broken existence, just as you and your creators desired. They celebrate the gift of imperfect life, uncaring, unknowing, as we weaken and fade. But do not imagine yourself rid of us. Though your champion has indeed proven the most egregious obstacle to our ascendance, a barbed thorn in my side, he may yet be removed and cast into the abyss. Oh yes, it can be done. I will keep these heroes mired in the first, and victory will be ours at the last. Warriors of darkness now, are they? Then their fate is decided. They shall meet the same end as those who came before. Death at the hands of warriors of light. It seems you were right. Yes, there is something out there. But it would mean crossing malms and malms of this infernal emptiness, which is rather unhealthy for living creatures as I understand it. Even were we to restrict ourselves to brief forays, I don't like to imagine the effect it would have on our ether. But you still want to go, don't you? We may have saved the world, but we haven't reclaimed it. Ah, when you put it that way. What choice do we have? Well, of course I'm going with you. That's what family is for, isn't it? Come, let's head back and prepare for this mad journey of yours. Thank you, Thancred. Though blazing skies give way to gentle night, what hand can end the war of dark and light? And there we go. Well, that's a nice little feature for me, but otherwise irrelevant. By completing the main scenario quest Shadowbringers, you've unlocked the Trust System. trusts allow you to repeat previously completed main scenario dungeons with a party of NPC avatars who will gain experience and level up in accordance with their duty participation. To bring up the interface, it doesn't matter. Okay. Furthermore, bolstered by your experiences in the first, you are now able to accept new quests from job-related NPCs in the source. In order to access them, the following conditions must be met. Things, so on, quest locations, other details, blah, 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 blah. All right. In addition, quests to unlock new content have now become available in the Crystarium. Rest well, warrior of light and darkness, for 2 worlds of adventure await your return. And I very much look forward to it. It may be a bit of a wait, but it will be excellent when we get there. I assure you. Hopefully worth that long wait. Anyway, thank you all ever so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed. I am sorry it will be some time waiting until these episodes continue, but they will be back. I will be busy in the meantime. And, well, until then, take care, all of you. And goodbye.